We don't search the internet, we Google it. Google is search. It has an almost total monopoly. 90% of all searches in Europe are made using Google. It now answers some questions directly. It even knows the question before you've asked it, a function known as autocomplete. But is Google reflecting our world or shaping it? So, if I type homosexuality, just take an example, this is the choice that Google's given me. Homosexuality is wrong, homosexuality is a choice, homosexuality is a mental illness, or homosexuality is a sin. So I'm going to try something else. I'm going to try feminism. Feminism is, and its top choice is feminism is cancer, feminism is wrong, or feminism is for everybody. In a Channel 4 News and Comres poll of 2,000 people, almost 2/3 said they used autocomplete at least some of the time, with 1/3 of all people and more than half of young people saying they sometimes clicked on autocomplete suggestions even if it was something they hadn't gone looking for. I've been writing about issues with Google search for a while. And one of the things that has most disturbed me are Google's suggestions around the Holocaust.
Denial of the Holocaust is not a threat just to Jewish history, but a threat to all who believe in the ultimate power of reason.
Marla Tribic survived 4 death camps and was liberated from Bergen-Belsen. If you type the Holocaust is, these are the first suggestions that it gives you. The Holocaust is a lie. The Holocaust is a hoax. You didn't know about this?
I did not know. I'm shocked and I'm upset. And I just feel very aggrieved about it. It's painful for me to hear that. Google is actually promoting a lie, and it's helping the deniers to flourish and to expand and go on lying without any control.
But the issue is people trust Google. In our poll of 2,000 adults, more than 2/3 say they trust Google to give them reliable and accurate information, and almost 1/4 of young people have used a search engine autocomplete suggestion because they thought it offered the best results. I asked Dr. Martin Moore, an expert in the power of the media at King's College London, about the influence of Google's autocomplete. Does this matter? Is this influencing us, and what are the implications of it?
Yes, it matters. It certainly matters. I mean, those are the results that many people will see, not just obviously adults, but children. Even if they don't believe the results themselves, they will be left with a view that actually there are different opinions about whether it happened or not, rather than being a historical fact as it is.
It's not just the autocomplete suggestions that are disturbing, it's the search results themselves. Google has taken steps to improve results around the Holocaust. But if I go to Google now and type the Holocaust is, I'm getting 4 choices, the first of which is the Holocaust is a lie. The second is the Holocaust is a successful historical fiction. The third is the Holocaust is a lie song, and the fourth is the Holocaust is a hoax. And if I just do the return bar, the Holocaust is a lie, I am getting a whole list of denier results. This top one here, the fall of the Holocaust lie, that's a denier site. The entirety of the first page, apart from 2 of them, is to denier sites. So why is this happening? We have little idea, because Google keeps a tight lid on exactly how its technology works.
We only know enough about Google search to understand the kind of major factors that play into how Google ranks things, but of course it's their business model. It's how they run their business. It's how they sell advertising. It's how they target things.
Links to other websites are a key influence on Google's search results. Professor Albright has analysed how hundreds of fake news websites link to the mainstream news and information system. So were you surprised at, when you were mapping this out, were you surprised at what you were seeing?
Absolutely. In the beginning, I was shocked. I mean, I guess I've never seen a kind of ecosystem like that with so many smaller sites linking heavily into other media. You know, they were linking everywhere.
This has created a vast network of propaganda and misinformation, which is isolating mainstream media.
What's going on here is the left wing is kind of pushed into its own corner of the network, whereas the right is populated, it's more spread out, it's more ubiquitous across like all kind of ideological spectrums of this network.
Professor Albright calls it an information war, which the right is winning. At Oakwood High School, Rotherham, students have learned all about the Holocaust, but I asked them to do an experiment. So what did you start typing in Google?
I searched Auschwitz gas chamber and it came up straight away with Auschwitz gas chamber hoax.
It suggested hoax to you, did it? And then what's the top site? This is the top site you're getting. Do you know about them?
No, but they don't seem very official because they are again blocked. So they could have advertised on it or like profanity or something.
So tell me what search terms you put in for your search.
Is the Auschwitz gas chamber real?
And was that a suggestion, or was that
No, I did it myself.
You did
I wrote
that
it
yourself. And so the top website you're getting? Can you just read that out to me and tell me whose website that is?
Horror stories from the gas chambers of Auschwitz. David Irving's website.
David Irving is a notorious figure in Holocaust denial. In 2000, he sued an American historian for calling him a Holocaust denier. I'm finding your views quite despicable. He lost the trial and the judge labelled him a racist and anti-Semite. He now lives in the wilds of Scotland, but every day, he says, he gets letters from young people who find him on the internet. So here this is the log of emails that you've had from people.
They want to find an alternative history.
And this is what the young people, they're writing to you saying?
I've had a lot of letters like that in the last 6 months. 14, 15, 16-year-olds. The youngest has been 14, 13 I think yesterday, a few years ago.
A lot of people who seem to be drawn to your work, they believe the entire Holocaust was a hoax.
They're the nutcases.
They're the nutcases. Yeah. So you don't agree with that view?
No.
So if I put Google into here... David Irving thinks the gas chambers at Auschwitz were a fiction. So what does someone reviled as a denier make of Google's suggestions? The Holocaust.
Yeah.
And then I write is.
Yes.
The Holocaust is a lie. The Holocaust is a farce.
Yeah.
What do you make of this?
I think it's scandalous. But that's what happens when you have an unbiased search engine. The algorithm, at the moment they created this list, the algorithm then brings up these answers.
And you think that's scandalous?
Yes.
Why do you think it's scandalous?
Well, because it's not true, none of it.
But this notion that the Holocaust is a hoax, what do you think of that?
It's wrong.
Google is our gateway to the entire sum of human knowledge. And it's profoundly troubling that these searches appear to be dominated by hate and lies. But what can we actually do about it?
I don't think Google can fix it, and I don't think they would want to fix it. If they were to take on the responsibility for evaluating the truthfulness or the quality or the absence of hatefulness or whatever it is that you're looking for, they would then effectively become publishers. And when they do that, their business model collapses because they're not publishers and they don't want to have the responsibilities of publishers. They don't want to be sued for defamation. They don't want to be sued for facilitating hate crime. They don't want any of that. We have to hold corporations to account as societies. If we don't, then we are in really serious trouble.
The scariest thing for me is not that Google hasn't fixed the problem, it's that maybe it can't. Every day, this network of propaganda and misinformation is taking over more and more of the internet. This is our brave new world. The world, according to Google search, suggests feminism is a cancer, homosexuality is wrong, and the Holocaust is a lie.
And Google told us tonight, Holocaust denial is abhorrent. What appears in our search results is a reflection of content on the internet and not a reflection of the values of Google. Autocomplete predictions are based on searches previously carried out by users around the world. That means that predicted terms are sometimes unexpected or offensive. We have been actively working on improvements to our algorithm. We're experimenting with a new feature that allows people to report offensive search predictions.